Welcome on, everybody. It's your favorite trucker, KC. This first little video I'm gonna do, I get asked this a lot from people. Why trucking? Well, it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to cut it short. But I've loved transportation and anything to do with vehicles since like I came out the womb, basically. You know, my mama tell this story way better than I can, but when I was still an infant, she would have me in the back seat of the car, in the child seat and everything. I would be kicking and screaming and hollering and everything, and she's like, "Why is this boy screaming so much?" and whoop whoop whoop. And she turned the car seat around, and I'm perfectly fine. I'm looking out the window, looking at the cars, the trucks and everything going by on the road and everything. And yeah, so my first video game that I ever played that I can remember was called Hard Truck. I'm sure a lot of people don't know what that is, but it's basically a computer game that you're racing trucks and you're racing to your destination to make deliveries or whatever. And they've had different iterations of the game over the years, and it's become more of like a simulation, you know. And I figured, hey, why not, you know, go ahead and do it for real in real life, you know, since it's such a lucrative field to be in, you know, because trucks are everything. What do I mean by that? Everything that you can think of, everything that you can think of was delivered by a truck. Everything. The house you're in, the car you drive, the food in your stomach, the drinks, whatever, the clothes on your back, the hat I'm wearing, the device that you're watching this on, everything delivered by a truck. You feel me? So it's like, why not get involved, you know? And my thing is too, I like to help people, but I'd rather kind of help in the sidelines in a way, you know. Well, no, that's not true. I take that back, because I like to help big time. But I'm trying to think of how to word it per se. It's awesome to be a part of something bigger, you know, because with this company, I'm basically feeding people, you know, delivering flour. The bakeries, they make food with that flour, and then people eat that food. But without a truck, it would never got there to become food, you know. So it's kind of, I find it fascinating, like when you really break it down. The trucking industry is everything. So I was like, why not get involved with it? And I have a lot of bigger plans to get into with my trucking career, which I'm not at liberty to discuss right now. But yeah. If my truck starts to shake a little bit, I'm being loaded. So if you see me going like this a little bit, it's all good. It's not an earthquake. I'm just getting loaded up. What got me into trucking is actually a good friend of mine that I actually grew up with. Shout out to you, Billy. It's actually on my birthday. I was having a little bonfire kickback, and I said, "Hey, bro, you've been into trucking for a while. How'd you get into it?" He told me what to do, and I went from there. But the story with that, the school that I was going to go to was actually a trucking company in itself, which I didn't know. Well, I knew, but I didn't know what I was really getting into. Excuse me. And with that company, they wanted you to sign a contract with them, so you would basically be locked in. Like, we'll teach you how to drive and everything, but for the next 2-3 years, you're gonna be working for us. You can't get out of it. And which sounds cool until you realize that they're not paying you anything, you know. because for one of the knowledge that they're teaching, the schooling, you got to pay for that. Then their salary was not that great, so that was a no-go. So when I was there, I met a couple of people. One of them, Ricky, he ended up telling me and another friend of mine, well, another friend of ours, about Roadmaster Trucking School. I swear, if anyone is looking to get into trucking and you have decent or so-so credit, Roadmaster Trucking School, great, changed my life. Went there. I think I graduated within a month and a half, probably. I would have done so better. I would have graduated earlier if I hadn't messed up on my first test, which was the parking test. Yeah, let's just say I kind of messed up parking, but I got my license eventually, you know, after the second try. Hey, got it. But it's honestly not that hard at all. I tell people all the time, I'm way more comfortable in my truck than in the car. Like, they're like, no, you're kidding. No, I'm way more comfortable in the truck than in my car. But yeah, so where was I going with that? Oh, the company. No, not the company. Where was I going with this? After I graduated, I started working within probably a month and a half after graduating. And the company that I ended up getting hired to, I would not recommend anyone who has experience to go to this company. I want to say their name, but I don't need that smoke. I don't need those problems or those issues. But I will say that I'm grateful for the opportunity they gave me, because it was a great company to get experience as far as driving the trucks and learning how to park them and whatnot. That was a great experience, but the environment that I was in was not working for me, and the type of person I am, I couldn't deal with it. So I ended up leaving. I wasn't even there a year yet, and I couldn't deal with it. And what really tipped me over was I was there for nearly a year, probably a year or so, maybe not an exact year, but the newer drivers that were coming in were getting paid higher than I was, which does not make sense. So I asked them, hey, can I get a raise? You know, what's going on? They said, oh yeah, we'll give you a raise. Next check, I got a quarter. And the new drivers were getting paid $2 more than me. You know, I'm out. Gotta go. Second company was great. It was cool. But it didn't work for me. Not at all. This company, perfect. It's perfect. It's like a glove. It fits perfect. Not the OJ glove. But this company, it really suits my lifestyle, and it's like a family environment. So I really enjoy being at this company. And if you really have to ask what company, I'm wearing the shirt, R Transport. I've been here almost a year. I think a year will be in next month. Actually, no, this month. We're in August, I believe. It will be a year in September, I believe so. But yeah, why trucking? I just, it was in the stars for me, basically. It was either this, being a mechanic, or I wanted to be a car journalist, but I saw how much they make. Nah, not gonna work at all. But hey, why not be a truck driver? So yeah, if anybody has any comments or any questions that you want me to answer, want me to speak about, feel free to leave a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends your favorite trucker is now on YouTube, not just Instagram. But if you want to follow my Instagram, it's Your Fave Trucker. Alright? Somebody took your favorite trucker. So Your Fave Trucker. F-A-V Trucker. Follow up, like, subscribe. See y'all on the flip side.